Hello, soul-led women. Welcome to today's tap-in. For those who are new to my world, my name is Michelle Fragias, and I'm an intuitive business and speaking coach and mentor, really supporting women who desire to create a six-figure soul-led business. Now, I use a number of different processes to really help women align with their business building strategy and support them in all the mindset and emotional highs and lows when it comes to entrepreneurship, right? And who can agree that there are many highs and lows when it comes to building a business, right? Drop a yes in the comments or in the chat box if you agree with me here. Today, I'll be taking you through just one of my many processes, which is called EFT or tapping. And tapping is based on the combined principles of ancient Chinese acupressure and modern psychology. And it works by tapping on acupressure meridians to release these blocks, right? And when these blocks are released, what ends up happening is the problem, the thought, or the emotion that we might be feeling gets released as well, and it gets to move through our body. And today I'll be taking you through a general tapping sequence. And therefore, some of the words that I might be saying just might not feel right for you. And if they don't feel right, you're welcome to change them as you go, right? To add your own words in, because the more that we can personalize it, the more that the emotion or the thought can really move through our body. And the thing is, for those that have never experienced EFT or tapping, it's a really effective way of clearing out feelings, emotions, even working with some traumas and healing, going through limiting beliefs, and really empowering ourselves with some new positive beliefs and thoughts. And when we do this on a one-to-one, it becomes a lot more personalized, right? And so today it's a really general tapping process. But for more one-to-one, and if this is something that you're interested with, I will share at the end on how you can do that. All right, so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're in a space where we won't get interrupted, okay, and that we can minimize any notifications. And if you have to come back to do this tapping, then I would really suggest that you do that. It'll take probably around 20 minutes to go through the entire process. And some of the things that you may be experiencing, because our bodies release things differently. You might be coughing, there might be tears that might come, but this is what's happening here. This is the release. This is what's going on. You might be yawning as well. So different things can come up when we go through the tapping process. And so today's tapping is all about tapping for more clarity. Who wants more clarity, right? Do you ever feel like you're on this hamster wheel of business indecision, unsure of really what you deeply, truly want? Maybe at one point you knew what you were doing, you knew what you desired, and you may have had a plan, a dream. You had complete clarity, right, on all the things around your business. But somehow things have changed. You have changed. And now you're constantly questioning, what do I really want anymore? And so today, this tapping is really suited for those of you who are feeling this, who are feeling in a space of, I don't know what I really want anymore. And you might be feeling strain or stress or anxiety in different parts of your body that you don't even realize that it's there. Okay, so if we're ready, what I'm going to invite you to do is to, basically it's like Simon Says, right? Oh, hello, son. Mum's taking everyone through a tapping at school. You're supposed to be at school. All right. So what we're going to do is, it's like Simon Says. I'm going to say some words, and I'm going to tell you to invite you to tap on different meridian points, right? And you're just going to repeat the words after me, all right? So if it's safe to do so, I want to invite you to close your eyes now. There's no volume. Gosh, I hope that's going through. Is there volume now? I'm doing this and maybe there might not be any volume. It's going to be a challenge. Maybe for my people on Instagram. Okay. So what I'm going to do is invite you to close your eyes and just take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and setting aside everything that you were doing before this. Setting aside everything that you'll be doing after this. And just really being present here right now. As we tap in through all the feelings and emotions that we have around, what do I truly deeply want right now? I just don't know what I really want right now. And you might be feeling some anxiousness around that, some worry. And we're just going to tap through that today and let that release as it should. And be open to invite whatever comes up. Now you can either keep your eyes closed and just follow my direction, or you can open your eyes. And what I'm going to invite you to do is just tap on the side of your hand and just repeat these words. Even though I don't exactly know what I want anymore, I love and accept myself anyway. And even though at one point I knew what I was doing, I love and accept myself anyway. And even though at one point I knew where I was going, I love and accept myself anyway. And we're just going to move to the top of the head. At one point, I had a plan. Top of the brow. I had a dream. Side of the eye. I had a desire. Under the eyes, I thought I had clarity. Under the nose, but as time passes, under the lips, I've started to experience new things. Collarbone. And as things have changed, we move under the arms. I just don't feel like I have the same clarity. And go under the chest. I no longer have the same plan. And the wrist. And I choose to recognize that now. Okay. This is what happens, right? In life, we might have a really clear path at one point, a really clear desire. But as things change and as we move through life and through business, our plans can change. Our desires can change. Our dreams can change. Think about when you finish school. You might have a dream and a desire to travel the world. But then all of a sudden, this perfect job comes across your desk and you're like, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go for the job and I'm not going to travel the world. And then all of a sudden, your life and business your life has pivoted, right? Think about, you're in that job and you're loving that job and you got a plan in that job. Then all of a sudden, you meet someone and that person says, oh, you know what? Why don't we get into business together? And so then all of a sudden, your plan and your desire shifts, right? And that's part of life, right? There is no set path. We might think we have a path, we might think we have a plan, and when we start out, we have a bit of a path, we have a bit of a vision and a plan. But then, we meet someone, something happens in our life that takes us off track, that shifts our desires, that shifts our dreams and our goals. And that's totally okay. And it's recognizing that it's okay. It's okay for things to change. It's okay for things to shift. And so we're going to go a second round of tapping, and just on the side of the hand again. Even though I don't know what I really want, I love and accept myself anyway. And even though my desires are changing, I love and accept myself anyway. And even though I'm lost on what kind of plan that I have, I love and accept myself anyway. And we move to the top of the head. I no longer have the same plan. Top of the brow. And I choose to recognize that. Side of the eyes. It's just part of the process. Under the eyes. I choose to recognize it is something that unfolds with time. Under the nose. I choose to recognize it is something that I'm going to learn. Under the mouth. Little by little. On the collarbone. Bit by bit. Under the arm. It's okay that I don't know where I'm heading. Middle of the chest. And it's okay. It was on Facebook. It's okay that the only thing I know is that my plan has changed. And the wrist. I give myself permission to let my plans change. And just take a deep breath. And just notice how you're feeling in your body right now. Has anything shifted for you? A new awareness, a new insight. Giving yourself permission that right now it's okay that you don't really know, that you don't really know what you want. But what you do know is that maybe you don't know what you've got. No, maybe you don't want what you've got right now. Maybe you have a new desire. And what you know is that it's okay that the plan can change. It's okay to have a new desire. It's okay for things to shift and change. It's just part of the process that you're walking, part of the journey that you're going through. And giving yourself and allowing yourself the permission that it's okay for things to shift and change. It's okay not to know that next step. It's okay not to know everything. Okay. So this last round is really about affirming that permission, affirming, giving yourself that permission that it's okay for things to change. It's okay for the plan to change. It's okay for your desire to change. Because as you shift and change and move through the different parts of life and business, your desires and dreams and plans change along the way. Okay, so I'm just going to go right to the top because we're just going to affirm this, that we're really affirming this new positive thought, that I give myself permission to let plans change. I give myself permission to let plans change. Top of the brow. I give myself permission to know it's not always going to be perfect. I give myself permission to know it's not always going to be perfect. On the side of the eye, I give myself permission to be easy on myself as it unfolds. I give myself permission to be easy on me as it unfolds. Under the eyes, even though I don't know exactly where I'm going, even though I don't know exactly where I'm going. Under the nose, even though it feels like I may have lost my way, even though it feels like I may have lost my way. Under the lips, I give myself permission to be easy on myself. I give myself permission to be easy on myself. On the collarbone, to know it's okay to change my plan. To know it's okay to change my plan. Under the arms, to know it's okay to change my desires. To know it's okay to change my desires. In the middle of the chest, to know it's okay to change the direction I'm heading. To know it's okay to change the direction I'm heading. And on the wrists, and to know that all will be okay. And to know that all will be okay. And that I trust that it will unfold in its own way. And that I trust that it will unfold in its own way. And just a deep breath. And I'd love to just hear, just if you want to drop a comment on how you feel after that tapping process. Do you feel a little bit more clearer, a little bit more like it's okay? I give myself permission to be easy on myself, that things are changing, that it's okay, that the direction might change, the plan might change, my desire might change. I'd love to hear what's come up for you, right? And just being easy with yourself, that as you navigate the different ebbs and flows of life and business, your dreams, goals, desires may change, the plan may change as well, and that's okay. It is totally okay. And allowing yourself the permission to be in the energy of it's okay, right? All right, that ends the tapping session for today. If you like to explore tapping one-to-one, particularly for business, things like if you're feeling that you've got a lot of visibility blocks, that you're really afraid to get visible and get yourself out there, I really support women in a number of tapping sessions to clear out any visibility blocks. Maybe you're having a whole lot of fear of really stepping into your gifts and your expertise to really speak in your truth and expressing yourself, right? I can use tapping for that. Or maybe there's something around, you might have a business block, something that you are resisting in your business, and perhaps what's happening is that you're not allowing the abundance to come through. We can work on that. Procrastination, imposter syndrome, self-confidence, all of those things can be worked on when you are working from a one-to-one tapping process. So if this is something that you are interested to explore, what I want to invite you to do is you can book a connection call with me, and just we can connect and see whether or not one-to-one tapping is a process that can support you. I do work also with small traumas and some inner child work as well. So what I'll do is I'll put the link to book a call in the comments. So it's for those of you that are watching the replay, it's www.michellefragias.com/let's connect. All right. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed today's tap-in, and we'll see you again